So we're going to start standing up on our mats. And let's slide all of our props towards the center. So when we lay down, we have them. Use your props as you feel they help you. I'm going to be in a little Pilates stance here. I'm going to take my arms to an I gym of genie. If this is not cool for your shoulders, pick another position. All I want you to do is releve and come down, and releve and come down. Shoulders are mounted, belly is pulling in and up, thighs are wrapping, glutes are gently firing. I'm balancing that dinner plate on top of my head. I'm just going to do 3 and 2. Hold the releve. Hold that releve. Look over your right shoulder. Come back to the center. Look over your left shoulder and back to center. If you have all of your critical connections engaged, you shouldn't be wobbling or topping over. One more to the right and center and left and center, and lower those heels. Cross one foot over the other. If you have a knee issue, go down to your mat. I'm going to releve up, send my knees forward, slide my back down an imaginary wall, and we gently come down all the way. Okay, or not. All right, lay all the way down. Once you take a nice big inhale, and on the exhale, feel your back gently getting heavier onto that mat. Inhale through the nose, and exhale through the lips. Inhale, and when you exhale, feel that navel sinking deeper towards the spine, and then zip it up like a zipper. So it's in and up. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. I want you to slide the right heel all the way out to the leg is straight. Using the core and the back of the leg, drive it back in towards the glute. And my left leg, my back is not going to change. Drag that heel back in. On an inhale, slide the right leg. On an exhale, pull it in. It should be very light on the mat because you're using the core and the back of the leg to pull it back in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, scoop. One more. Inhale, lengthen. Now I'm going to have my legs come together. I'm going to slide both heels out long and then pull it in strong. And again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull it in. 2 more. Inhale. To exhale. And inhale. To exhale. Tuck your pelvis, lift your seat, and bridge up. Here's your breath. Inhale, lifting up, and then exhale, come down. Take your time. Tuck your tail. Press the back of the arms, shoulders, palms into your mat. Exhale, bone by bone, mounting back down. Take your time. 5 counts to come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 counts to lower. 5, 4, 3, 2. Give me one more, please. Tuck that tail. Inhale. Scoop that belly deeper. And exhale. Bring it on down. Hug those knees into your chest. Feel a nice release in that lower back. I'm going to grab onto that ball, and I'm going to place it between my ankles. Tabletop those legs and bring those arms straight up, shoulders down. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, nod the chin to your chest and reach those arms long. You don't have to ever lift your head, but if your head is lifted, look, my shoulders are off the mat, my chin is to my chest, and I come back down. And again, we exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Draw that chin to your chest, reach those fingertips long. I'm going to add on when I lift up my head and press my arms out. My legs will go out, and I return back in. I exhale. Glutes are firing here as I go away from my center. Inhale, back to table. 2 more. Exhale. And inhale. Hold this one here. I'm going to take my right heel, slide the ball down the shin side of my leg, and back out. My left toes, I slide. If you want support for the head, put your hands behind your head. You can also have these legs going straight up to the ceiling. And I'm just rolling that ball towards my knee and back up. I inhale to bend, exhale to extend. Last one, inhale to exhale. Now bring those legs up to 90. Curl that chin to your chest more. Reach those fingers longer. You can also put the ball behind your head as a pillow. And we're going to start to pump the 100. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, press into your ball. Now next level, every exhale, I'll come down an inch away from my center. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come down an inch. You don't have to. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shh. If you go too much further, you're not going to make it to 10. And we inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale, exhale. Hug it in. If your neck feels strained, look to one side and then look to the other. For our backs, let's take our arms behind us in a goal post. And I'm going to let my knees flop to one side. Keep my shoulders and elbows heavy. And then bring it back up. And I take my knees to the other side. I inhale. And I exhale. Do that again. Inhale. To exhale. Always use the abdominals to come back up on the exhale. And inhale. And exhale. All right, take the hands behind your thighs and grab onto your ball. And nod the chin to your chest if you want to lift your head. So I'm going to reach those arms along with the ball behind my thighs. And I want you to take the right arm behind you. The left will meet you. And then sweep it around. And then the right arm goes out like a T. It passes the ball behind you. And I come back around. I'm going to inhale to exhale. And the head can be down, it can be up, it can be a little bit of both. And I'm going to reverse my direction. But this time as I press out, my legs will go out and I bring the ball underneath. I lengthen, inhale, keep the rib cage heavy, exhale. Wrap those thighs, scoop that belly. I inhale and I exhale. And one more, and the ball will be behind my legs. I'm going to drop my calves over my ball and place my head back down. My knees are way into my chest, keeping my lower back heavy. The lower back can't change as we slowly tap just the toes down to the floor and then draw the knees back in. Inhale, pelvis can't move with you. If it starts to go with you, you're going too low for your core strength. Down for 2, draw it in for 2. I inhale to exhale. 2 more, down for 2, and lift. Now I'm going to grab onto my weights. I'll do one more while I'm grabbing on. Okay, so I want you to have these arms in a 90-degree angle. And when my toes tap down, I'm going to tap my weights to the floor. And then I'm going to draw my chin to my chest, draw my elbows to my rib cage, and my knees towards my nose. Tap everything down. The back shouldn't arch. Exhale. Inhale, tap. You got it. Lower for 2. Lift for 2. Lower for 2. Keep that back heavy, yes? Remember, you don't have to ever lift your head. But if you do, it's chin to chest first, then eyes to the navel. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Hold it right here. I'm going to do 4 more toe taps with my head lifted and my elbows resting on my torso. 1 more. Take the feet down, take the head down, and bring the arms up over your chest. Just keep the ball behind those thighs. I'm going to open my arms out to the side. Palms are up. And I'm going to come back up, palms to each other. Inhale, open. Exhale. Not only are my arms opening up, but my chest is getting a stretch to the front of my shoulders. Then bringing those arms back up, I'm firing my core. I'm firing my chest, your pecs. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. I'm keeping my navel towards the floor. My back is heavy. I'm paying attention to make sure my shoulders are okay with this. We got this. And we'll take it for 4. Resist coming up. And 3. Good. And 2. And 1. Now hold the arms up, palms turned in. Bridge up for me. And if your ball falls out, that's okay. So don't worry about the ball. I'm going to bend my elbows and straighten my arms back up. Bend the elbows, straighten back up. Inhale to exhale. And I don't move my upper arm. My elbow's the hinge. And I'm lowering my weights towards the mat and back up. 8 more. If you need to get out of your bridge sooner, that's fine. 6, 5, good. Here's 4 and 3, 2 more, 1 more. Good. Now we're going to open up the arms again, lower our seat for 1 count. Bring the arms back up, bridge back up, and then bend your elbows, and then straighten them. Lower your seat, open the arms, inhale, exhale, lift. Bend the elbows, straighten. Open, lift, bend, and press. Open, lift, bend, and press. 2 more. You can take out the bridge if you'd like. 1 more. Open, close, bend. Good. And bring the weights all the way down to your mat and lower down your spine. Good. Okay, weights down for a second. Let's reposition our ball. So I want you to take that ball underneath both feet. My knees are bent. And I want the legs parallel. And just my toes are going to be on the ball. Pick back up those weights. And palms face forward this time. I want you to roll that ball out all the way. Inhale. On the exhale, crunch up. Weights go towards the floor. I'm going to inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Roll it out. Roll it in. Move with purpose. The purpose is working the core, working the back of the body. So remember to work those muscles. Use your breath. Inhale, roll. Exhale, up. Now on the inhale, I'm going to stay out. On the exhale, I'm going to nod my chin to my chest and then roll all the way up. Roll it back down. You've got it. Draw the chin to your chest, bend your knees, and reach the weights for your floor. Roll it out. Keep the legs straight. Do a roll up. Find that lower back. Let the weights guide you to your feet. Lengthen long. Keep the arms parallel as you roll back. Good. Bend the knees in. Crunch up. Roll the legs straight. Roll up. Scoop that belly back as you reach forward. Eyes should be at the belly. Now roll back. Keep looking into your navel. Watch those shoulders. Bend the knees. Crunch in. Exhale. Inhale. Roll up. Exhale. Roll it back. Inhale. Exhale. Crunch up. Now hold the head up. Bring the weights up and roll the legs out. Roll them in. Arms go down. Legs go out. Arms go up. Resist coming in. You don't have to ever lift your head. I will keep reminding you in case you forget. Yep. And let's just do 4 more. 4 and 3. Good. And 2 and 1. And do your roll up. Reach the weights for your toes and roll it up. Set the weights down. Reach the arms long. C curve back. Take your time so I can instruct you. Pause halfway. Rotate now the kneecaps away from you, being your Pilates stance. Then I'm going to do a frog in and then out. I'm not going to change where my spine is. If you need support, take your hands to the mat, lengthen long. Draw it in strong. You can also put your ball behind you, lean into it, and slide those heels along the mat. 4, 3, and roll. 2, 1. Hold the legs out there. I'm going to lift one leg. Woo, stabilize. That other leg needs to be very light on the ball. I started my first rep by pushing into my ball, but that wasn't where I needed to be. 4, 3, from the belly. 2, and 1. Roll your body forward, grab onto your ankles, and pull your torso closer to your thighs. Good. All right, zip up your spine, bring the ball towards you, grab onto it. We're going to lay down and put that underneath our pelvis. Slide your weights back again so when we're laying down, they'll be there for you. So we're going to take it down, bridge up, and place that ball underneath your pelvis. I'm going to bring my legs straight up. So we're going to do some lower abdominals here. So my first move, I'm going to be in a Pilates stance. I should not be able to pull these legs apart, so they're wrapping from your seat to your feet. I'm going to lower down, 2, 3, and up. And again, inhale, 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 exhale. I don't let my back change as my legs go forward. The belly stays pulling in, my back stays long. I try to have my legs stop directly over my hips. We go down. Now I'm going to add on to this. I'm going to take my thumbs by my ball. I'm going to lift my legs up and down. Up and down. Press the arms into the mat. Up and down. And the thumbs are there to make sure the ball is still there. 3. Yep. 2. And 1. So let's take our legs down, 2, 3, up, and then lift up and down. One more, up and down. Let's take those legs down, 2, 3, and up, 2, 3. Come down, up, come down for 1, 2, 3, lift, and we come up and up. Good. Tabletop those legs. Now, if you want extra challenge, take the arms off the floor. We're going to tap the right toes down, bring it up, and tap the left without the pelvis moving. I tap right, so a lot of abdominals so far. Tap left, move with control. Right, then left. Now, as my right leg goes down, I want your left arm to drop out, like you're catching raindrops in your palm, and then bring it up. When my left toes go down, my right arm floats out to the side. So when I started, I have my palms facing each other, and as I lower a toes or a big toe, my arm, the opposite arm, goes out, like a single arm fly. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale to exhale. Take your time, don't rush. One more each side. Out and in, and out and in. Now take the right leg out, left arm goes back, come back in. The left leg goes out, the right arm reaches behind, and I come back in. I reach and come in, and lengthen and come in. Take your time. Straight as an arrow, that arm and that leg. I inhale to press out. Exhale to come in. You got it. One more, the right leg going out with the left arm, and one more with the left leg, right arm. Now I'm going to do a little tick-tock toe tap. Right into left, into right, into left, If you want the balance, put your hands back onto your mat. 8, 7, move from your core, please. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 2 feet down. Bridge up for me. Stay in this bridge. I want you to lift your right heel, put it down. Left heel, put it down. Right heel and left. I'm trying to keep my hips pressing up to the ceiling. It's okay if your butt is touching that ball or not. Forget about the ball. Now I'm going to try to take 2 heels up and down, up and down. Don't get a cramp in your calf. Support from the core, the glute, the hamstring, pressing the arms into the floor. And 3, 2 more. Here's 2 and 1. Lift those hips a little higher, slide that ball out, and we'll lower down our bridge with control. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug those knees in. Nicely done. All right, so I want you to take those feet. Their knees are going to stay bent, but walk the feet a little further out. Grab onto your ball and hold it up over your chest. On an inhale, I'm going to draw my chin to my chest. The ball is going to go to my thighs. Exhale, roll it up and over. It's like a waterfall. And then retrace your steps and see how the ball is just sliding along the sides of my hands. And I'll bring that ball back up and my head goes down. Nod the chin to your chest. Inhale to exhale. Now, modification, if you can't come up, first choice, you don't have to go down. Maybe you stop here, right? So you're choosing. Go up and down on your own. If that still isn't working for you, put the ball behind the lowest part of your back and you lean in as far as you want to go. Then you can come up and over. Makes sense? But I don't want anything going too fast. No momentum. And that ball, I'm not rolling it with my hands like that. It's just on a track with my hands. Can you give me 2 more? Inhale, 2, exhale, eyes to belly. Roll it back, melt those shoulders. Inhale, 2, exhale. And 1 more, chin to chest, find that lower back. Lifting it up and over and bringing it down, down, down. Good. Take a right leg to a tabletop, followed by the left. I want you to zip these legs straight up. I want the ball to go against your shins. And I want the shins to press into the ball into your shins. My belly is heavy. You can keep your head down, or I'm going to draw my chin to my chest and take my eyes to my navel. The right hand's going to stay on the ball. The left leg is going to go down, and the left arm will go back. So I'm going to match arm and leg my first set. Then the right side of your body is going to go down, and I keep that leg trying to be over that hip and pressing into your ball. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down. Now try right leg, left arm. So now I'm opposite arm and leg. I got to make your brain work too. Now if that's not working for you, stay same arm as leg. I'm going to add on to this one more time. Are you still with me? I'm going to do 1 rep, opposite arm as leg. And I'm going to roll that ball up an inch, back down. Then the other side will go. So you got to keep track of which leg is moving. Crunch up, back down. Inhale, exhale, crunch up and down. Switch, inhale, exhale. Now just stay on the crunch up and down. I go for 4 more. Come on, push those shins into your ball. 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, my knees are being hugged in. My ball is just resting by my shins. I'm going to look to one direction just to give my neck a little release. And then I'm going to look to the other direction. And I want you to take that ball between your ankles. And I want you to give me a diamond with your knees. So my knees are turned out, my heels are turned in. And my heels are higher than my knees. Got it? All right, so 2 different ways we can do this. We can support our head with our hands. So I'll show you that way first. Hand over hand behind the head, elbows are wide, rib cage heavy. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, nod the chin to your chest and get your shoulders off the mat. Now I'm going to glide my right knee to my right elbow. It's not a twist, it's a glide. So I keep that diamond, I'm just moving it over. Come back to center. Glide everything to your left. So I'm trying to touch my left elbow towards my left knee and bring it to center. So I slide my shoulders across an imaginary shelf and I come back in. Does everybody understand what I'm doing? So my feet are gliding across the trim at the top of the wall, and my elbows are gliding towards the base molding. So they're sliding parallel to each other. I'm trying to keep my rib cage nice and heavy. We do the best we can. We are. Now, another way you can do this is putting your feet down, reaching your arms long, and gliding your fingertips towards your ankles. Okay? But then your head isn't supported, but you're more than welcome to put the hands behind your head and glide this way. So you're squeezing into these oblique muscles without twisting. Does that make sense? All right, 4 more each side. Good. And here's 3, and 3, 2. Try to keep that back still. There was 1 rep I did where I felt that not working. And then hug it in. Woo, and just gently rock side to side. Did you guys survive that one? Yes, you did. Okay, let's rock ourselves up and let's stretch our spine. So lengthen your legs onto your mat. The heels should be to the edges of your mat. Flex your feet. Arms are nice and long. We'll inhale to prepare. Get taller on the exhale as my ball goes forward. I'm peeling off that wall. My navel goes back. My lower back should stay against that imaginary wall. Suck that belly in, squeeze your seat, lift up, shoulders melt down. Inhale to prepare, exhale to round that spine. Relax the neck and shoulders. Inhale, come back up from your core, not your back, and we exhale forward. And let's pull it back in again. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale. Now hold this one here. Now take your hands on top of that ball. Walk that ball out. And now my lower back is not going to stay against my wall. I'm just trying to get as far forward as I can. Head is heavy. Shoulders are relaxed. And then walk the ball back up to where you're sitting nice and tall again. Take your toes on top of your ball in parallel. And the hands go behind your thighs to support you. Good. As my ball goes out, my upper body is going to go behind. And I'm going to pull myself back up. Inhale, so I'm going away from my feet, and I'm coming back in. We inhale. Now you can keep those hands there for as much support as you want. My lower back does not touch the floor. If you don't need that support, I'm going to reach my arms long. Take your time. Wrap the thighs, squeeze the booty as you extend all the way out from your center. You can also put the ball behind you and do a variation there. You can also pick up your weights, palms up. And when I bring my knees in, I can do a bicep curl. I can lengthen long, curl in strong. Inhale. So you got to pick what's going to work for you. Make sure you can always hold that apple under your chin. So I never want my head flinging back. It's too much weight on that neck. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Can you give me 3 more? And if that's too many, you stop and you stretch what feels good to you. 1 more. Good. And then just roll it out and sit tall. Okay, take the weights together and let the elbows fall down. Again, if you'd rather have support to your back, put the ball to the base of your spine. I'm going to C-curve back. The ball will roll a little bit with me. And I'm going to stay right here. I'm going to twist towards me, towards the center, twist away. Center, away. Front and back. My navel still pulling in and up. My shoulders are relaxed. In
twist. Now, if you want, bend the knees and just have the toes resting on your ball. And if that's not challenging enough, take your feet off the ball. And we go for 8, 7, 6, 5. You can rest those feet anywhere you need to. One more each side. Then take those feet back on and press them out. Release those weights. Hands on your ball and just roll it out. Roll it out. Head is heavy. Shoulders are relaxed. And now stack up that spine. And I want you to take your legs a little wider than your mat so my heels are off my mat. Once you take that ball and roll it towards me, towards that inner thigh, so you turn towards me so you can see what we're doing. So it's your back hand pushing the ball to your front inner thigh. And you're going to roll that ball along your inner thigh, looking at me, and looking at your back hand. Bring it back up. I want you to do that same direction. So as my arm goes forward, my other arm goes back and lifts, and I look at that back arm. And I just lower the arm, tap my fingers, and I roll it back out. Now stay here. Inhale. Exhale. See if you can go one more inch forward, and then pull all the way in. The other hand's going to press into the ball. I twist to my other side. I roll it along my inner thigh. My opposite arm reaches back. My palms are turned. My back palms turned in. My front palms turned out. Bring it back in. I just tap my fingertips to the floor. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hold it here. Inhale for me. Exhale, get a little further. And then bring it back up. Okay, onto your stomachs. Yay, onto your stomachs. And I want you to take that ball. We'll start with our traditional swan with the ball, which means our arms are straight. Heel of the hands are on top of the ball. Your fingertips are reaching off the ball. All right. So my legs are sits bone width apart. If that's not cool for you, take them wider. My navel's pulling in, making a house for a mouse. Now, right now, my shoulders don't feel connected to my rib cage. So before I lift my chest, I roll the ball towards the crown of my head. I make that connection. I lift my chest, and that connection with my shoulders to my back goes deeper. And then I roll back down. So that happens kind of all at one time. I start to roll the ball towards me. I lift my chest up. I squeeze my seat. That's an inhale here. Exhale, lengthen. Connect the shoulders. It's just like when we say roll a marble with your nose. You want your spine, your neck to be in line with your spine, as well as the shoulders connected to your back. A lot going on here. Roll it away, exhale. Can you give me one more? Inhale, melt the shoulders. Exhale, hands on the mat. Stretch back slowly into a child's pose. Scoop the belly and round the back. Feel that tail getting heavy towards your heels. The neck should be weightless. Now, when you come back out, I want you to put the ball underneath your sternum at the very top of the rib cage. Okay? I'll show it to you first without weights, and then if you feel this is okay for your shoulders, you can grab weights. So I start with my head looking down, shoulders are relaxed. I want you to lift the arms, which are in a goalpost right now, lift them up off the mat. I want you to reach them out in front of you. Now think of your pinkies holding back to meet each other, and I lift my head and chest a little higher, but my neck is still in line with my spine. Bend the elbows back in. So instead of a goalpost, you can also think of thumb by armpit, okay? So reach those arms long. Now pull the arms apart as you squeeze your shoulder blades, squeeze your seat, open your chest, and then bring the arms back in as you lower down the ball. Inhale out, exhale, return. Inhale to exhale, pause. If you want to try it with weights, try it. So I press out, inhale, exhale, squeeze, bend, return. Push out, squeeze those armpits, come back in.
Press out. 2, come up. Bend back in. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, push straight out. Separate the arms, bend them, and release. Hands back on the mat. Come off your ball and stretch back into a child's pose. Scoop that belly and round that back. Did we make it? Okay. All right, got one. Okay, so come in a quadruped position and take that ball underneath your right foot. Now, if you don't like balancing with one foot on the ball and 1 foot off, don't use the ball. You'll have 2 feet on the floor instead of just having one. So I'm going to take my left leg back straight, and I'm going to take that ball, and I'm going to roll it back. So now I got 2 legs straight. At any time, you can come down onto your knees, or the opposite knee as the ball leg can come down. But you can stay in a plank if you're able. So I want you to press into the ball and release. I press into the ball and release. I don't feel pressure in my knees. I do feel my quads working a little bit to press into the ball. Of course, my core. Press down and release. Press down and release. Now, I'm going to roll my knee a little bit in, out, press down, release. A little in, out, press down, release. A little bit in, push it out, down, and release. One more. In, out, down, lower down. Other knee comes down. I'm going to straddle that ball with my feet, and I'm going to sit back. Come back into your quadruped position, and let's take the ball underneath the left foot. And my foot's flat, like a pointed toe. So I'm going to take my right leg back first. Squeeze into your armpits. I didn't cue that on the first one, but you should know that. Squeeze into your armpits. Lengthen that leg back. I press down the ball and release. Belly, thigh, a little bit of glute. Watch the wrist. Press down and release. Press down and release. Press down. Now I'm going to roll it in a little bit. Don't lose your ball. Press out. Push down. Release. In. Out. In. Out. How those wrists. In. Out. Press. One more. In. Out. Press. And knees come down. Straddle that ball. Release the wrist behind you. Ah, yes. Curl those fingertips towards the wrist. Make a cup with your hand. Nicely done. Okay, we're going to come onto our stomachs. The ball is going to get behind our right thigh. So however you want to do that, in whatever order you want to do that, and you don't have to use a ball. You can just curl the leg in. So if that's going to cramp your hamstring, don't use the ball. So I make a pillow with my hands. My shoulders are relaxed. My belly is pulling in and up. And all I want you to do, without taking the hips with you, lift that right thigh off the mat and then down. Up and down. Keep your belly engaged. Now, if you don't like this position, you can go into a quadruped position. I'll show it to you. And you can do these. You can do them on your forearms. So pick what works best for you. Give me 2 more. And then hold this one up in little pulses. Keep that ball tight. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grab onto the ball. Put it behind the other leg. Legs should be close together but not touching. Belly pulls in, shoulders down, and here we go. We lift up and down. 2 and down. 3. Take your time. Squeeze that bum. Relax those shoulders. Up and down. Up and down. You got it. Don't be in a rush. Work the muscles and let them work. 3, 2. Hold this one up. Little pulses. 8, 7. Keep the pelvis resting on the mat as best you can. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Grab onto that ball. Release the ball. Stretch back again into a child's pose. Scoop that belly and round that back. Good. I think it got too easy for you guys again. Okay, so let's come onto our backs with our balls and our weights. So let's work some more glutes. Before you know it, class is over. What? All right, so I want you to take the ball to start between your thighs. Pressure into that ball, lie back. Feet are flat, arms are long, right next to your rib cage. Tuck your tail and bridge up where we're gonna stay. Right here, keep those shoulders heavy. Keep the ball tight. And I'm gonna press in and out of that ball 8 times. In and 2. Every time I squeeze that ball, I feel my abdominals crunching. Of course, my inner thighs are working and my glutes. 4, 3, 2, hold it in. Now I want you to go pulse, pulse, hold. 7 more, hold. Anytime you need to, lower your seat to the floor. So if you feel pressure in your lower back, get out of it. 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, hold. Now little pulses. Boop, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Now my favorite thing to do is single leg bridges. So you're going to take that ball, hold it up over your chest, press the palms into that ball. Let's bridge up, articulate. Love to articulate. Take your right leg to a tabletop. Good. We're going to tap the seat down on the way up, press into the ball. 2, so it's butt and belly, or butts and guts. And make sure you're not getting a hamstring cramp in that left leg. So really squeeze that glute, drive through the foot and the shoulders. And 2, and 1. Hold it here. Cross that right ankle over that quad. Let that knee fall out. Bridge down. Squeeze the ball up. Down and up. 6, 5. Woohoo! 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. Put that foot down. Fix your bridge. Tabletop your left leg. Here we go. Down, squeeze the ball. 1. Keep those hips in a straight line. Down, up. 3. Down, up. 4. Down, up. 5. 3 more in this way. And 2. Hold it up. Cross the ankle over. Let that knee fall out. Here we go. Down, squeeze. 1. And 2. No pressure on that neck. Shoulders are heavy. We go 4 more. 3, 2, hold it up, foot down, fix that bridge, and then we'll lower as I press into my balls. I lower, lower. Lengthen your legs, bring the arms straight behind you. Let those hamstrings have a release. Whoop, whoop. Yep. Now let go of your ball and draw your right knee into your chest. So hands are behind my thigh. Now I want you to zip that leg up. And I want you to clasp your hands behind that thigh and reach that thigh into the hands. So real straight leg. Curl your chin to your chest. Inhale. On the exhale, walk up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull that leg a little closer towards you. Walk it down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Eyes to belly. Inhale. Find that lower back. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lower it down. 1. Keep the other leg pressing into the floor. Last one. Nod the chin to your chest. Exhale. Now soften your knee. Take 2 hands behind your arch and see if you can straighten that leg. Cross that ankle over the quad. Hinge forward, glute stretch. Are we friends again? Yeah, I saw your face like, ah. Okay, so straighten your right leg out. Grab behind. So we're starting seated this time. Last leg we're laying down. Straighten it up.
Press the back of that other leg onto the floor. Walk it down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Eyes to belly. Inhale. Now use your breath to help you come up. Woo. Pull a little closer towards you. Walk it down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Chin to chest. Inhale. To exhale up. Bing. Pull it towards you. Roll it down. Last one. Last one. Eyes to belly. Now use those hands to walk up. Now bend the knee. Take the hands behind that arch. See if you can straighten it out. This leg a little bit easier? No? Not straight though. And then cross that ankle over the opposite leg. Hand to knee, hand to foot, hinge, and then let it round. Beautifully done. Okay, let's lie on our sides. Grab your ball. Put it at the bottom of that rib cage. All right, so I want you to take your top. We're not kicking though. We're not kicking this way. All right, so reach that leg long. You guys still with me? Okay. Take your free weight. Take a weight. Palm faces that leg. We're going to lift it up. And then I want you to drive a knee in. So I reach my palm to my thigh. Pull the elbow in. Palm faces the leg here. Palm faces you. Palm faces the leg. Palm faces you. You can see your palm. So I'm working my outer thigh, outer hip, oblique, glutes. You're welcome. Pilates accomplishes a lot of things in one exercise. My bottom leg is pushing down onto the floor. One more. I want you to hold the arm and leg out here. Squeeze the armpit. Circle that leg. Forward pause. Forward pause. It's a little circle. Squeeze your booty. And now reverse. My abdominals have not released. I'm still working that armpit muscle. And then lower the leg and release the weight. Take your arm that's on the floor. Reach it for me. Go over your ball. So my arm is out towards me. My palm is up. I'm going to come up, 2, 3, over, 2, 3, up, 2, 3, over. You should have your chin straight ahead, eyes focused straight ahead. Hips should be staying stacked. You got it. Take your time. Up, 2, 3, over, 2, 3, up, 2, 3, over, 2, 3. We exhale on the up. You're still looking down. Look straight ahead. Neck in line with your spine. Hold this one up. Then pulse it. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not releasing, right? We're still pushing in. I'm squeezing my booty. Now, if you want, straighten your arm and lift your leg. 7. Keep pushing this opposite leg down to the floor. 4, 3, 2, 1, and stretch. Use your free hand to help yourself up. Good. Other side. Have your weight by you. All right, so that ball goes to the very bottom of our rib cage. Flop over it, shoulder, elbow in a straight line. Top leg straightens out. Make sure your hips are in stacked position. Weight faces the thigh. I lift up. Now the weight turns towards me as I pull it. Then it turns away. Exhale. Exhale. And crunch. Push that bottom leg down and crunch. Lengthen. Squeeze. You got it.
Make sure that armpit muscle is engaged. Good. And lift. And pull. And lift. And pull. 2 more. Squeeze that armpit muscle. You guys look good. Now hold this one here. Small circles forward. Round to come up. Round to come up. Round to come up. Round to come up. One more. Reverse for 5. 3, 2, 1, and release the weight. The arm is propping you up. It's going to reach towards me, palm up. I'm going over my ball. Now, if your ball was too high, it's going to be pressing into that armpit. You're going to make sure that ball is on the very base, okay? Hand behind the head. Hips are stacked. Here we go. Up, 2, 3, over, 2, 3. Exhale. Inhale. And I'm trying to mold the side of my rib cage over my ball versus going over it completely dead. Makes sense? If you're not seeing me, your neck is not in line with your spine. There we go. Exhale. Inhale. There should not be any pressure on the shoulder here. It's on the bottom. I'm pushing through my arm and my bottom leg as much as I need it. Now hold this one up. Keep the elbow bent and reach it. 8, 7, 6, 5. Squeeze your booty. Now if you want, keep the arm there. Otherwise, I straighten my arm and lift my leg. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Leg down. Arm stretches over your head. Lovely. Stack your knees. Use your free hand to lift you up. And swing those legs around to face sideways. Okay, ball on top of those knees, arms reach long, you know it. Legs together, press into your center line. You choose how far you come down. Lower back can touch this time, head can come down, and you bring it back up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll it back, melt those shoulders. Eyes to belly. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. You can kick those legs out. Bring it back down. Another variation is harder. Is keep the legs up. Ball now is in the hands. We roll down to the lower back. Pull yourselves up from the core. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Now I can hover my eyes and toes. Pull yourself up. Inhale down, hover. Squeeze the bum for support. 2 more. You're picking what you're doing. And 1 more. Lay all the way down. Reach those arms behind you. Woo. Let go of the ball. Circle the arms around and hug your knees into your chest. Okay. I want to do swimming in reverse. So instead of laying on my stomach, I'm going to be on my back. You're welcome. All right, so if you have a lower back issue, I want you to put your hands underneath your seat. I want you to be very mindful of what your lower back is doing during this. All right, so I'm going to straighten my legs onto my mat. My arms are reaching long. I'm going to inhale, prepare. On the exhale, push my navel in, fire my glutes, chin to chest, eyes and toes in the same plane. I'm just going to move my feet while I reach towards my toes. My lower back has to be heavy on the mat. Inhale. Shh. Inhale. Shh. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. And hug it in. Feet down. Reach back and grab your ball. Knees are bent. I want you to bridge up and put that ball underneath your seat. I want you to tabletop your legs and have your arms in a wide V, or you can go into a T. And I'm going to stand just side to side, ever so small. Just rock across, side to side. It's small. Anchor that belly button down. Keep those thighs pressing together. Yep. If it feels better, go out to a T, go out to a T. If you rather have your palms up, do your palms up, but keep your shoulders heavy. And then I want you to put your right toes down on the mat. I want you to pull your left knee towards you and slowly, don't lose your balance, slide that right leg out as you're pulling the left knee towards you. Don't forget to breathe. So where I want you to feel that nice, luscious stretch is in that right hip, front of the hip. Can you feel that stretching for you? It's like, ah. Now slide that foot back in and hug two knees into your chest. Now I'm going to keep my hands on my right knee. I'm going to put my left foot down. I'll slowly slide it out, giving my body a chance to figure out what it has to do to keep me up on this ball. And I pull that right knee towards me. Left leg is reaching long as you can. Feel the same way you did on the other side on this side, stretching through the front of that hip. Gorgeous. Then bring both knees in. Arms down to your side. Bring these legs straight up. Helicopter. The right leg is going to go down towards the floor. The left leg goes towards you. That's one. Switch one more time. Pause. Now left goes left. Right goes right. And I pause. Now give me two scissors. 1, 2. Let the hips get a nice release. And 1, 2. I'm still firing the glute a little bit, inner thighs. I'm still working muscles to support. I also feel a nice little stretch here, inner thighs and hips. Scissor, scissor. Careful on the circle. Don't go too fast. Say the word helicopter. That's how long it should take you to come around. Helicopter. We'll do one more each side. Right, left, circle. And that belly's got to be engaged. Just circle these legs around. This is it. Woo! Now bend those knees in like a butterfly. Grab onto your ankles and just pull those heels towards you. So my knees are turned out. The palms of my feet are together. Same thing we do when we're sitting up on the mat. Can you feel that nice release? It's like, thank you. Good. All right, legs back together. Put your feet down. Lift up your hips. Ball comes out. Hold that bridge for a second. Clasp your hands underneath your seat and reach those fists, those knuckles towards your heels. Feel a nice release in the shoulders. Hip flexors are still getting a little stretch by pushing up to the ceiling. Now arms go flat. Inhale, nothing. Exhale, roll it back down. Good. Flip over onto your stomachs. So I want you to have a pillow to start with your left hand on the mat. I want you to bend your right knee. I want you to grab back onto that foot and pull it towards your seat. And I want you to press off that bottom arm to lift your head and chest. The foot's going to press more into the hand and feel like that quad is almost lifting off that mat. And then release and switch the hand, switch the leg. So my left hand pulls my left heel towards my seat. You can stay just like that, or you can push that right arm into your mat, lifting the chest a little bit, pressing that foot more into the hand, feeling like that leg is almost lifting off the mat. Now stay where you are, bend the right knee, reach back and grab on. My knees can go as wide as you would like. And I'm going to lift up my chest, try to lift up the thighs, push the feet into the hands, and then release. Let those legs go out and stretch back into your child's pose. Scoop the belly and round the back. Give me a nice big inhale, exhale. Inhale again, walk those arms out a little longer, exhale. Now on this one, I'm going to inhale, and on the exhale, press out into a plank. Good. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Now take your back hand towards the center, and you're going to turn towards me. I'm going to lift my arm up. Is that possible? If that's not cool for you, take your back knee and put it to the floor. Now stretch this arm over and let your hips feel like they're lifting up to the ceiling. Bring it back up. Thread through, follow it. Bring it back up. Let's take that hand back onto the mat and take the left hand back over. So I'm going to slide my other hand to the center and come into my little side plank. If you need to, that back knee can come onto the floor. You can also be on your forearm, by the way. Now stretch and feel like the hips are being pressed up to the ceiling. Bring it back to center. Thread that needle. Bring it back up. Come back into a plank. My hands now are shoulder width apart. Connect your heels. Pike your seat. And keeping the legs straight, the hips still, and the arms straight, walk back. 3, 2, 1. Slowly start to bring yourself up, using your core, please. Using your core for 4, and 3, and 2. Give me a nice big inhale up. Exhale down, and give me one more. Make it bigger. Inhale up, and grow taller as you exhale down. You made it. Woohoo! Way to go.